little bucket of apples. I think this implies it's available to passerbys. I'm very grateful. I wasn't able to stop at the market for lunch, so this will be lunch. Thank you. All right, off on the final trip. Yeah, it's raining. This is gonna get blurry. I got really lucky with an Airbnb and a lovely woman, Miss Circa, and her guinea pigs. She gave me advice to take a slightly different path to Ballyvaughan. It cuts off of the main road, but it's only about 20 minutes longer, and it's safer because the main road, she said, it's got a lot of twists and turns as you get into the burn, and there'll be tight corners, and it's wet today, and you know, cars, they might not see me, the roads might be slick. So she gave me a better off-route path. So I'm really glad that I stayed. Hopefully this path works out just fine, but I've got it tracked out on Google Maps, and it does seem to be definitely doable. So yeah, really grateful to the fates for shutting the ends down so that I could meet Circa and get this little bit of advice, because otherwise I just would have taken that main road, and yeah, it would have been a little dodgy today, I think. But yeah, final stretch. This one will probably be longer than yesterday, and we're in the rain again, but you know, it just keeps you cool, keeps you refreshed. Kinvara was lovely, very cute fishing town. It was actually quite touristy. They were very full, hence the ends being closed. And yeah, I had an interesting experience at the restaurant that I went to. I was kind of trying to sweet talk the servers at the bar. There were some young lads there. They were a bit cute, and I was hoping maybe I could get one of them to offer me a place to stay. I was like, oh, I just have all I've got is my hammock to sleep in tonight. Both of the ends are closed. Do either of you know a good spot to set a hammock up, a barn or something like that? I was hoping they'd take pity on me, but they were just like, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of barns up the road, but yeah, watch out. It's not a good night to be outside. It's gonna be raining. And then they just like avoided me for the rest of the night that I was sitting there drinking and having my dinner. I think they thought I was a little weird. Okay, the rain's picking up. That's enough of an update. Check back in. This is the really high adrenaline moment. I'm like trespassing through a lot of farm land and like hopping over stone walls and like pushing my way through bramble blockades with my backpack. And I'm like having to keep to the tree line because I did the same thing earlier at that sheep farm, and the farmer like chased me. He was like, hey, what are you doing on my land? I was like, I'm sorry, I was trying to avoid the road. And he's like, don't you come back this way again. I was like, okay, I won't. But I've got to, because I got off the beaten path. I'm not going through his land, but I'm going through more land. And I don't think the Irish are so friendly with trespassers on their farmland. So I'm like keeping my head ducked if I see houses. I'm so close to the road right now. I'm just trying to get back. The view is incredible. I'm like finally in the mountains. Okay, but I've got to be super stealthy right now. I don't want to get yelled at again or like shot at or something. He was pretty aggressive. Right. Wish me luck. It's a really big bull down there. I'm really in my final thoughts mode right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've never been so grateful to see the road. Holy shit. That was a quest. That was quite the side quest. Here comes cars. There's a tractor back there. When I was giving y'all that update in that field, it was like I was facing a hill and I was sticking to the tree line and I almost went one way, but I could hear that fucking tractor on the horizon. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna find me. So then I went the other way. And it took a little bit longer, but that's what let me out at that road there. So it was fine, because I think if I had gone that way towards the tractor sound, I would have gotten caught up in his barn. And maybe he would have been nicer than the last guy, but I think I still would have had to explain myself. Oh my god, that was some adrenaline. That guy was just so mad. He like was climbing over his fence and like yelling at me from a distance. And he like ran up on me all like angry mad dog like barking at me. Like not actually, but that was totally the vibe. And he was like, I've been watching you the whole time. What the fuck are you doing on my land here? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get to Ballyvaughan. I was trying to like cut through the road. And he was like, the road's perfectly straight. Why are you going to trespass on somebody's land? I was like, I promise, I'm not trying to bother you. I'm leaving right now. And he's like, yeah, and you better. Don't come back here again. I was like, oh god, oh, blackberry, sweet comfort. Yeah, but then, like I said, still had to trespass more because I got off the road. I really was trying to avoid the road because it was getting a little hairy. So then I was off my path. And when I got off his land, I got on a road, but it was the wrong road. It wasn't the road that I needed to be on. And so in order to get that road that I was on, or like the road that I ended up on after getting off that guy's land, it was just gonna keep going like way far south, and I did not need to go in that direction. That would have added like so much time to my journey. So I had to cut through farmland again to get back to the road that I was going to be on. And yeah, maybe that guy was just like particularly, I don't know, bitter and unhappy. I'm looking for somebody to take it out on. But like when I was in Sheffield camping, there were all of these like it was fine to walk through farmland, I think, and there were all these little spots like in the hedges or their walls or whatever they had that was separating their farmland. There'd be these little openings with like even like sometimes a little staircase, and it was specifically for walkers who were just passing through to like use on their trail. And I haven't seen anything like that here. I've seen a lot of private property signs. I've seen a lot of keep out signs. And now I've seen an angry farmer who really, really fucking doesn't want me on his land. So, yeah, having to go back through the farmland, I just think I've got this impression that I'm not really welcome there. And also, I don't know, I had another dream last night where I was brutally murdering somebody, and it's rainy and windy today. I feel like the wind keeps telling me to like, go this way, go that way, turn back, don't go that way. Death is that way. And I think I'm just a little paranoid. I'm being careful, I'm being cautious, but yeah, going through that field of farmland, I was feeling some adrenaline. And that bull, oh man, that really did feel like a final boss moment. And he was fine. He looked at me, he was laying down, he looked at me, and he would look at me every now and then, but he just kept laying where he was. He was just lounging there in the wind and the breeze. God, these blackberries are so good. What a comfort. When I close my eyes before I go to sleep, like last night, this was literally happening. All I see are blackberries. Like, I just have these like hallucinations in the shadows of my closed eyelids of bushels of blackberries with their little polyps shining at me. They're such a delight. Oh, I'm glad that bowl was nice. It didn't bother me. Oh, it's fucking honeysuckle. Look at that. It's honeysuckle. In an island. Oh, here comes another van. Alright, well this is my path. I'm gonna keep on walking down this way. I think there's a chocolate shop not too far up the path ahead now. God, let me see. This is what I'm seeing in my dreams. Just like a plentiful bundle of these. Oh, that one. I don't really want to leave. All right, I'm gonna stop here for just a second and I'll be on my way. Really scary dog just chased me off. They look so delectable. They're not. They're evil. Trespassing again. That road I was walking along, I had a good like side grassy spot, but it kind of ends up here, so I'll just stick next to the fence. The rock is like gleaming with moisture from the rain. It's a really cool spot. I'm starting to feel like really good about the change of plans to do the walking along Galway Bay instead of walking from Dublin to Ballyvaughan. because I think I said this earlier, but it's just like, it feels so much more specific, like locally specific, and like people that I talk to here, like they really know what the burn is. Like, not like nobody in Ireland knows what the burn is, but like they visit it often, and like Ballyvaughan's the next town over, and you know, they know about the art school, and just in general, like it's really cool to get this landscape, like spending a lot of time with its more like specific changes. I think like Dublin to her east coast to west coast would be really, really cool. But this is also like, and I know I've said this before, but like I can actually walk the whole thing this way, which is so good. Like with the time that I have allotted to myself, like I don't have to do any buses or cars or trains or any of that. I just had to take that initial, you know, bite the initial bullet of, okay, I can't actually walk east coast to west coast. I've got to take a train to Galway. But that has just turned into like, I don't know, I think a really much more perfect adventure. And yeah, just feels a lot more honed in to where I'm at. Like what I'm capable of, but also like literally where I'll be staying. And yeah, so I'm just appreciative to fate right now. The doors that need to be open are opening, and the ones that need to stay closed are slammed shut. Pretty cool. That spoiled me so much. I got so comfortable and cozy in there, and I forgot that I'm on the precipice of car death. So yeah, back to the rugged adventure. But that is a lovely little shop. And I tried that cacao tea. Never had it before, never had anything like that before, but it was fantastic. I bought some. This is my chocolate baby. Oh yeah, and I got the very last of it's like a Earl Grey lavender chocolate truffle. Lovely. She said, the lady I talked to, she was like letting people try little samples of the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate, and she was saying that since they make it all in-house, like they make their own chocolate, the dark chocolate is like way less bitter than what you typically get in the store, and I can confirm it still has, like, I would describe it like a brightness, like it still has that kind of like sharp element the dark chocolate has, which makes it like distinct and lovely, but it's brighter than it is bitter, is how I'd describe it. And the sun's coming out once again. We'll see if it lasts. It started raining just like while I was in there, so I think this is a flip-floppy weather place. All right, now I'm stalling getting back on this road. It's a lot of like walk in the middle of the road so I know they see me, and then once they start to come, like push myself against the side of the wall. My family is not going to be pleased to hear that that's how I'm getting through the last leg of the spin shirt. But yeah, wish me luck. Castle, freaking castle. The chocolate gave me a little burst of energy, so we're going on a side quest. There's the castle right over there, but behind it, some other little ruin of days gone by. So we're gonna explore that at least. Hello. I mean, no harm. Just wanted to take a peek around. I wonder what this was. Man, it's just full of nettle. It's all dandelions. Should we go explore that too? I think I've got to, right? I mean, is that not something? Huh. You know, I think that might be my dad. Maybe not. Could be though. Thank you, Father. Or whoever you are. Totally delighted! Totally delighted! Woohoo! We're adventuring! Rainbow's popping back up. Yeah, I met a person in there, that person that I caught on video for a brief second. Lady from Indiana. She called me Miss Alabama, so I called her Miss Indiana, which she was lovely. It's the second person to offer me a ride. I trust her completely, but got to stick it out for the challenge. And my goodness, day 3 is proving to be the most adventurous day of them all. And it's the final one. We're quite close to Ballyvaughan now. Maybe I have an hour left. It might even be less than that, depending on how much stopping I do. Oh, but I'm just feeling great. That was so cool. I'm really glad I turned off for the castle. Well, slash, actually not really a castle, it was an abbey. But yeah, credited to the O'Briens. Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of this walk. Maybe eat a couple more blackberries. Maybe that rainbow is just so cool. But yeah, we're in the burn. I think we're definitely in the burn. I think that's what some of these things are around. Maybe we're still just like on the outskirts of the burn. But we are making our way. Very grateful. The roads got too treacherous, so we're trespassing again. Less houses around this time, but there's electric fencing. So that's the adrenaline to navigate this time around. I'm gonna take my bag off and shove it through there and then crawl under. I think it'll be fine. Okay, made it. Slid through. Just gonna take a breather for a second. I've got to get over this one more time to get out of here. Oh, that one was really close. I was like straddling it on a wobbly stone. Okay, but I made it. All right, let's keep going. They're following me. So curious. Well, hey guys. See ya. Oh, damn. I do not want to fuck with him. Not at all. The ladies are real curious though. They are so curious. Y'all are adorable. You want me to come up and say hey? Can I get you some grass? Oh, there's an electric fence there. Yeah, you shouldn't walk past that. Hi. I'm just passing through. You're so cute. Watch out for that fence, hon. It's really not fun. I'm gonna keep going. I'll see y'all around. Bye-bye now. Don't get electrocuted. See ya. You know, I'm starting to think this might actually be kind of fun to watch. I'm really getting myself into some precarious situations. This road is still too precarious. So we are saying goodbye to the cows, but we're doing more of this. Bye-bye. Did a little rock climbing stuff over that. Back on the other side of a fence again. It's raining again. I've got to climb over this boulder to get keep going. So I'm sprawled out. Oh, there's a house just right behind me. I'm sprawled out. I'm taking a break. Not too long, but a little break. I'm really close, but I have to take a break. And there's this like wonderful little grassy peninsula that gives me a view of town and of the ocean. I can just lay down on for a second. So you're gonna get propped up on a beautiful bed of grass. And I'm gonna eat this totally crushed truffle. Oh, my back hurts so bad on my back. It's really good. You really get the lavender. And yeah, I guess that Earl Grey comes through too. So I need to charge my phone. I need to connect to Wi-Fi so that I can find my Airbnb, because I still don't have a SIM card in my phone, so I still don't have any sort of access to Google Maps navigation unless I'm connected to an actual Wi-Fi service. So I need to find somewhere that's still open, I guess a pub. And then this journey can officially come to a close. And tomorrow I will go on a tour of the Burren, a guided, I think it's a bus tour, that the school that I'm attending, Burren College of Art, is hosting, optional, and I definitely want to take it. So we'll do a bus tour tomorrow, move into my house, and start to get settled. But for now, I'm gonna finish up this beautiful rest by the sea. Made it to the bay. All right, we basically made it, almost, not quite, but we're as close as we've been. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's like a creature down there. I think it's a donkey. Actually, there's two donkeys down there. Wonder where that come from. It sounds very lively in there. I'm gonna tie my shoe and then that's where I'm gonna go for Wi-Fi. Okay, well, we have made it. All my clothes smell like mildew. We're bundled up. We're cozy. Stopped by that bar and yeah, I was able to have some really lovely conversations with some locals. Yeah, it was really, really charming. And one of the bartenders gave me a ride back to my Airbnb because it was really, really late, and she said that it was recklessly dangerous to try to walk back here at night. So she gave me a ride, which was really, really considerate and generous of her. And now I am cozy. I have finished my journey. I've had some excellent conversations with some local people that I hope to see again during my next 2 years. And I mean, look at me. I am all bundled up. So I think that is the end of this vlog. It's been really lovely. It's been very fun. It's been a little scary, touch and go at some points, but we made it and we got it recorded. And yeah, next step is getting settled and getting this edited and putting it out. So by the time you'll be seeing this, I'll be settled and maybe I'll have another vlog in the works. Okay, good journey. Very good journey. Is there anything else that I wanted to mention? Whew. No, I'm tired. Okay, good night. Thanks for coming along on this journey.